The 2024 metal album artwork of the year tier list. Now this list includes many albums, some of which I have not even actually heard myself, but obviously there is some significant releases that need to be in the list that maybe have some really cool album artwork that I just happen to not have heard. So I'm gonna swap over to the big screen here, and this is the list I have compiled. Okay, so there's some here that I don't even know the name of.
Ask me about my winner.
Let's just get into it, man. There's so many, I don't want to waste too much time. 156 Silence, people watching, is S tier. Like, it's easy. Okay, this album is one of those albums that I have no fucking idea. So if anyone in the chat wants to name the albums as I go, because again, some of them are just like popular albums that I don't know the band. This album, it's like a cross with like, it honestly looks like it was taken like straight from Google Maps. You know, like when you go to Street View on Google Maps, it's C tier. Do you know what? That's D tier. What else does it have to do to earn D tier, you know? That's as bad as it gets. So Cane Hill, A Piece of Me I'll Never Let You Find. This is my number 10 album of the year. And in terms of artwork, I am going to say it is, for now, it's going to go B tier. For now, it's B. Fit for an Autopsy with their latest album, The Nothing That Is, I think. Again, I'm going to butcher some of these names. This is, I'm going to say C tier for now. I just think it looks, I don't know, it's just meh. I just don't really like it. It's kind of cool, but I don't know. It's supposed to be like a city being fucking, I guess, swallowed by this big black hole. I guess that's the idea. Kingdom of Giants, whatever this album's called, something Spleeting Star, is D tier. This is childish. This is like the TikTokification of album covers. Like some dragon on it, some neon fonts. Just grow up, like. Alt from the New World is, I'll say, see, I'm trying to separate myself from really liking the album. I think it's better than A Piece of Me I Never Let You Find, but I don't know if it's A tier. Again, I want to put it in A, but I think I'm just being slightly distracted by the fact that I love the album musically. So I'm gonna say it's high B for now. Okay. Better Lovers, something Irresponsible or whatever it's called. This album, I haven't even heard this album, but it does stand out. It's very Crypt with the 5K. Did you plan that so it was like when I was doing this album? Very clever. Very, very clever. Was that intentional? Very good timing. Very intelligent timing to do the party popper as we get this album artwork. I think Better Lovers is very colorful and very nice. I think this is one of those albums that I kind of have to hear the sound of it overall. I think I heard 1 or 2 tracks. It's not really for me. It's like, isn't this like a post-hardcore punk album or some shit? I don't know. It's quite heavy in parts. So if it fits the album, I guess it's pretty cool. But for me, I'm going to go B tier for the moment. And then moving on to Opeth, The Last Will and Testament. Very dark, very hard to make out what it really is from a distance, but I guess if you've heard the album, it kind of makes sense, I suppose. But is it memorable? Not really. I think as just pure artwork and nothing to do with the music, I think it's pretty awful, to be honest. I will still put it ahead of this one, so I'm gonna put this in the lowest tier for the moment. Again, this is not a reflection of what I think of the album. Okay, everybody chill. Make them suffer, just go to D. This one is Motley Crue, I think. Again, I just picked this out. Not bad. Maybe C? Low C? Disembodied Tyrant, The Tower, is, I'll say B. This kind of reminds me of like Alt's album or the EP that Alt did. It's decent, but it's yeah. Linkin Park, The Emptiness Machine, I'm gonna say is, I don't know, man. I think this has to be quite low. It's shit album artwork. I know they have like a whole meaning behind it, but like, come on. That's your comeback album? It's just a load of colors. Like, come on. Poppy is, I like that she's actually in it. C, I think it's better than these two. It feels like I kind of know what I'm looking at, like instantly. Like, it's very clear what I'm looking at. These are just a bit like, what? Thrones is shit as well, let's be honest. Let's put that down here. In Heart's Wake, I haven't heard the album, but Harry Potter core. What the fuck is this? Something Nails? I don't know. Whatever this is, it's also shit, so it can go there. Bring Me the Horizon Next Gen. Or Post-Human, whatever it's called. God damn. It's definitely recognizable and it's memorable. It goes above this. See, I like this album more than these, so it's easier for me to just like move them up. But if I'm just looking at it completely objectively, It is very memorable. I think, you know what? It's top of B for the moment. This one is cool. This one is cool. I wish they didn't have all the shite on the side of the screen, so it kind of brings it down for me a little bit, but I think it's better than the Better Lovers one. This is Disembodied Tyrant, the Poetic Edda. This is an EP, so it's not really an album, but I would put this... Again, I'll move all this around again at some point, but yeah. I hate this. I kind of just hate when bands use their like logo as the album artwork. Feels a bit lazy, so this is gonna go... It's better than the Make Them Suffer one. Make Them... At least this is kind of like, oh, what's this cool logo? Make Them Suffer is just like, we are this band. I kind of like that it looks like it's like glass that's smashed. That's kind of cool. Still pretty shit though. This can go down here because it's childish. This is terrible. Judas Priest is the most child, like you're all pushing 80, like grow up. Enterprise Earth, another album I haven't heard. I mean, it's just trademark deathcore album cover. It's better than Make Them Suffer. I can't really see what's going on. It looks like a stairway or some shit. It's cool artwork, don't get me wrong, but just I can't really see it. I think that's a big part of like an album being cool, or the artwork being cool. Look, it's more thoughtful than this. Unless this is AI, if this is AI, I take everything back, and I'm sorry. But obviously that's the kind of world we live in now, where I could be rating an AI album higher, but like just as the artwork goes, I think it's pretty cool. I can't really tell what the fuck it is, but there's more intrigue in this than this. Thrones one can fuck off as well. Down here somewhere. Okay, moving on. I don't know what this is. Does anyone know what the name of this is? It's again, this looks like symphonic deathcore or some shit like that. Do you know what? It was pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool. I can't really see, but it's kind of psychedelic, trippy. I can tell it's fucking heavy by looking at it, so you kind of just get an idea of what it is straight away, which is kind of cool. Too much detail? Yeah, maybe a little bit too much detail. It's very detailed, but I can also kind of tell what's going on, which is nice. Like I can see the skull with the flames, and then this kind of like goes down into this little like, I don't know, Tool-esque figurine. That just reminds me of Tool with that like trippy psychedelic stuff that they always have. And then Charcoal Grace by fucking, what are they called? Why am I blanking so hard on this? By Caligula's Horse. Sorry. I think this was quite cool. My brain kind of morphs this into a slug sometimes for some reason. I just see a slug. I don't know why. That's better than these. There's nothing in A yet, is there? Fuck, I might have to start jigging things around a bit. This maybe... I kind of wish the colors were a little bit more vibrant. It's very like pastel vibes, if that makes sense. There we go. I'll leave that there for the moment. Night Verses, again, trying to separate myself from bias because I really like both albums that this is, you know, a combination of. It's kind of like Midsummer vibes, just the whole like dancing around in a circle, we're frolicking, but it's like kind of darker, so kind of cool. I think this, and I like the colors, it's vibrant, it's a memorable color palette. Maybe, do you know what, these could probably go A, but for the moment I'll keep them B. Okay, Grayscale Seasons, what's this one called again? Sam, can you help me out with this one? I know this is one of your favorite albums. Feel Something New by Grayscale Season. I will say it's a very nice picture. As an album artwork though, I don't know how much I love it, but I guess it does kind of suit the vibes of the album. I'll put it here for the moment. I like Alt's one more, but I also just like Alt's album more, so it's kind of hard. Let's go to this one, which I don't even know what it is, but it's kind of cool. It stands out. I just threw this in. It was in one of the lists for metal releases this year. I'll put it behind Poppy. Although now that I see this, like this shade of white, I kind of wish the Poppy one was really like glossy white instead of this kind of gray that she has going on here. I think it would pop so much more. Haha, pop. Get it? Poppy? Anyway, this is The Plot Anew. This is like one of their... I actually have this here. I thought I had the yellow one. But this is volume 1. So I think they brought out like what? They brought out like 3 EPs this year? Or 2 EPs? I don't even know. I literally have it in my fucking hand, but I haven't listened to it yet. Just a bit. Like, I mean, I'm looking at it right here. And, I mean... Just... It's a fucking fully red album cover with some nonsense on the side. So, I've got to say it's C, just for now. Fuck it. Era Cure. I think Birds. I actually don't even know what that is. It's kind of cool though. But also, because I don't like the album, my brain is telling me to put it low. Where does Era Cure go, lads? I'm trying not to like get too involved with the chat. Do you know what? Now that I see it, the Plot News album's concept is actually pretty cool because it's obviously... This is volume 1 and this is volume 2, And then I'm guessing volume 3 has the like right hand side covered, so it kind of looks cool and makes sense that way. I guess that's cool, so I guess that kind of gets a bit of a pass. Still, as just we're not including, like, this is not the conversation, you know. I get it's edgy and it's, but like if I just look at the album cover that I have, it's ass. Cure by Era is going into, I don't mind it. I don't know what it is, but it kind of just looks cool. And I like the color palette, even though there's literally no colors in it. It's white and black. What am I talking about? I don't know. This I don't like as much as the other one. It can go here. Just the ugly like mustard color is just cringe. Okay, North Lane, Mirror's Edge. The EP is going to A. It's very appealing. Obviously, I love North Lane, but like it just is cool. And the fact that it's not AI and it was actually designed by an artist as well is very nice. And I feel like when I look at that, I do think of the like I've had time to obviously listen to the EP a lot, so I've had time to associate the sound with the color palette, but like the songs match that for me. Another A, 2 A's back to back. I'll put this in here. I think this is just the perfect cover for what the album actually is. You know what? I think this actually probably suits the theme of the music a lot more. The Ghost Inside, another album I haven't heard. Again, it's quite hard to, it's a lot easier to pick where the album should be in terms of their album artwork when you've heard the songs and you know what the sound is, because I can make that like that connection. But obviously with some of these I haven't. So this is all right, I guess. I'll put it like maybe, I actually think I prefer it without the text of the band on the screen. I think it would be cooler if it didn't have their name in the middle of it. This is Eviscerate, I think, by Idola. This one is really cool. This one is really cool. I didn't like the album at all, but I'm gonna say that this one is cooler. I think this might be A. It is cool. Their albums are always fucking sick. And these are always sick. This is, it's just so, I hate the color palette and I hate what, like, it's just messy as fuck. It's kind of in the same ballpark as something like Fit for an Autopsy's album in terms of like the palette. It's just the colors upset me. I don't know what this album is, but I guess it's kind of cute. I can go there. Yeah, that's nice. You know what? I like the vibes of that. It's like some birds. Anyway, Imminence The Black was my album of the year, but the album artwork I think is pretty ass. I think it looks too, like, I don't know how to describe it, but it looks too fake or something. You know what I mean? I know it's not supposed to be real, but like, don't know what it is that I hate about it. I think it's gotta be, I think I prefer it over the Fit for an Autopsy album, but I still don't really like it overall. And Knocked Loose, You Won't Go Before You're Supposed To is, fuck yeah, I'm putting S tier. I've decided it's S tier. Oral Eyes, stupid fucking name. It's clearly Avril Eyes. And this is kind of like edgy teen stuff, so I'm gonna put it like, I like the colors and stuff. The colors are cool. They're vibrant. They poke through a little bit, but like, vibrant skull, we are so edgy. Here somewhere. This is an annoying, like, this is like, who let Harry Potter cook on this fucking artwork? Why did they fucking use a broom? Like, this is what Harry Potter is riding around on, and they're fucking using this. This might be the worst album. This might be the worst artwork on this entire thing. Like, what the fuck were they thinking with this? What is this? Why did they put a fucking broomstick as their album artwork? What was their thought process here? Anyway, Wage Wars, is it Manic? I haven't heard this album, but I believe it's pretty awful. Just, yeah, get there. I don't know. Yeah, that goes here. Do I hate it more than these? I don't know. This one's pretty cool. This is Nothing More, I think. I haven't heard this one either, but it's pretty decent. I'll put this somewhere here, I think. Yeah, maybe there. Bad Omens with Concrete Jungle, the OST. I feel like I've been seeing this image for fucking years. This is all a part of like the Concrete Jungle and like the Death of Peace of Mind. So this has been kind of like rocking around for a long time. Kind of feels like they just, I don't know. It is a really cool image. Like something from Kill Bill, but I'm gonna say very bottom of B, because I do really like the picture. I do really like the picture, but it's I just don't know. There's something about it. I think I've just been seeing it for too long, and also the album is, why do I have Knocked Loose in here twice? Never mind, we'll move on. And Nightwish. This is actually really cool. It's like a fucking boat that is traveling down a stream, but the stream is, I guess, looks like a clock or some shit. Has like some Roman numerals that wind around, and it has a bit of a like a 3D effect to it, where you can actually look, feels like you're actually going deeper into the album. I haven't listened to the album, and you know, Night Versus, or Nightwish, I should say. You know what I'm saying by when I say you know, but you know. I just don't want the Nightwish squad coming for me, you know? You know. How many times can I say you know in fucking 4 seconds? It's a pretty cool album. I'll put it here somewhere. Fuck it, it's going to be this one. This reminds me of the monkey from Black Myth Wukong, the game that I played for like a couple months. I just imagine this being my character. Is it supposed to be a monkey? I don't know what it's supposed to be. It's like a futuristic, like Play-Doh monkey. I don't know what it is. It's kind of fucking weird. It is cool, but I just don't really get it. Like, I haven't heard the album, so I also don't really know like where they're going with it. Futuristic Play-Doh monkey is what they were going with that. So I guess, you know, if that's what you're into, it's kind of cool, you know, futuristic Play-Doh monkeys and all that. Ronald's is the worst. Yeah, I actually think it's better than Leprous' one. But yeah, it's just, he's got such an annoying face. Look, I know everyone just hates Ronnie regardless and Falling in Reverse, but like as an album goes, if that was any of my like favorite bands and they just put like a mugshot that looked anything like this, I'd just be annoyed. So yeah, that can fuck off. Darko's one is really cool. And I believe it's also not AI, so it gets extra points because it does kind of look AI generated. Darko's is, I will say A tier, maybe, or sorry, low A, maybe top of B. I'll put it top A just to fill A out a little bit more. Bill Murray's is, it's a great album and it definitely matches the vibes of the album where it's not taking itself too seriously and it's all fun and games. But as an album artwork, you know, I really like the way it has like a 3D effect where the lawnmower kind of comes out of the inside framing, but it's him there with his dog and his lawnmower. It's called American Motorsports, so I guess it does match the title. I'm just gonna say it's like middle of the road. It's in here, it's in B. You know, it's a great album as far as artwork goes. It's as low budget as it gets, which, you know, isn't always a bad thing, but you know, yeah, his whole thing is low effort, so I can't really like critique it, but it's also not the greatest album in the, you know, it's not that memorable. So it's just bang smack in the middle. I think that's fair. Mirror is, I don't think S tier. I think it definitely somehow very well describes the sound somehow, but I think it's A and it's lower than Darko. You know, maybe top of B. I think it's top of B. What's this Void of Vision album? I haven't heard this one either. And this one I think it's actually really cool. And I think because they're splitting up, it has a little bit more of an emotional connection, but just purely on the artwork, it kind of looks like a Saw, like it looks like a scene from Saw, which I kind of think is cool, but I don't quite think it gets into A. I think it's around here somewhere. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't listened to the album either, so I don't really know, but it's cool. It's kind of eye-catching. Vola, Friend of a Phantom. This one is really nice. It's a really, really nice album artwork, and I like the album, and I think it does a really good job of getting the sound of the album across. I don't know, when I look at that, I just think of that sound. Obviously, that's because I've come to associate that picture with the sound, but like, I just think it's kind of quirky, it's unique, it's experimental, but it's also soothing and calming. So I want to put it maybe above Mirrors. I think I like that more than Mirrors. The Blood Incantation album is really, really cool. Does it go S though? Does it go A? Does it go S? It's definitely falling in line with the albums that have been in my A tier. Like you can see, I like vibrant colors and stuff like that. Decent album. It's not really my cup of tea, but this is I Am One. I think it's Following the Rabbit Hole. It's pretty mid, isn't it? It's like, what am I looking at? It's like, I think it's supposed to be like half a skull. It's just like black clouds with like gray and red. It's just, yeah, I don't really know what's going on. We'll put the two skulls together. You know, I feel a bit bad about Linkin Park's album being there. Do you know, I actually like this more than, I think Linkin Park's album cover, you know, I actually like it more than this. Graphic Nature. Who Are You When No One Is Watching, I think is the name of this. The fact I'm remembering a lot of these albums is impressive. Jesus, well done, Jer. I'm looking at the C tier right now and I'm looking at what's in there. It's got, I actually like Poppy's one more than I think I initially gave credit for. I think that goes maybe, do you know, I'm gonna put Poppy in B. Fuck it. I think Poppy's is actually quite standout. It's pretty cool. It's nice. Angel Killer Zero by Diamond Construct. I don't mind it. I kind of wish maybe they just got rid of all the fucking text on the screen and they just purely kept the image. I think that would have been better served for the overall aesthetic of the album. Let's go. It's got to be C somewhere. I'll put it here. And I think this is Illyria. The name of the album is Wanderlust, I believe. And this is decent. I'm not really the biggest fan of like landscape albums. I think I've just seen too many of them. Like there's even a few in this list as it is. You can see Glaciers is like just landscape. I'll give this, like it's very clear what it is. So I guess gotta give it credit for that. Maybe here. Moving on. This is Siamese, I think Elements or some shit. I don't really know what this is. It kind of looks like a bird, but also looks like, it looks like the Mortal Coil, the Polaris album, where it's like Jamie Hale's falling through water, but it's also them on fire. So I kind of get a little bit confused by what it is. So it looks a bit silly. And I think if you have to kind of like look at it for too long and you still don't know what it is, I think that's kind of just, I don't know. Some people might be like, well, the longer you have to look at it, it means there's more to act, there's more depth to it. But like, honestly, I don't think there's any amount of time I could sit here and look at this and know what the fuck I'm looking at. So I will put this here. I like the colors and it's clean, but I just don't know what it is. So I guess it kind of just goes there. Hippo Tractors in Stasis, I think. It's like some, it looks like a church roof, but it's like really modernized or some shit. I don't know. I think this goes here. Maybe, see, I'm trying to separate myself from the fact that I like the other albums more, but the artwork is sick. That's, yeah, that goes there. And Glaciers is again like more landscape. See, I look at that and I don't think of the album sound at all. Like the sound of this album is just not a landscapey album, really, is it? So you can't have those vocals and have like a landscape in your thing. Alter by I Sealed Eyes is nice, but it's kind of like even just looking at it here, it's like fucking hell, what am I looking at? I can't even remember off the top of my head what it actually is. I wish it was a bit brighter, but I guess it does kind of, the aesthetic does match the vibe of the music, so fuck it. That will go maybe, I don't know, maybe here somewhere. Again, when you're this low, it's kind of a toss-up between, like, you know, it's like trying to pick album of the year and like complaining about what album is number 35 and what album is number 40. It just makes no fucking difference. Kublai Khan, Exhibition of Prowess. This is shocking. This album could have the most badass album artwork ever, but it has to go, it's got to be pretty low. It's just big silly text. You know, I actually think the While She Sleeps one's better. Fuck it, we'll go there. Gore. A blossom, what's this one? The flower that didn't blossom, or a flower that never blossomed or something? I still haven't heard this yet. We did have Haley on the Metal Roundup, so I did say I would listen to this at some point. Obviously, I haven't. Regardless, we're here to vote on the artwork, which I quite like. Here, I like alts more. Yeah, I'll put it there. It's nice. It's a lovely color palette. It's easy to see what's going on. And I guess it does reflect on, from what I've heard, their sound. So yeah, this could be a lot of things. Kind of cool with the flowers, or like the rose petals that are falling around it, but like kind of just looks like someone's bulge. Maybe like here, I don't know. Alpha Wolf with Half Living Things. This is pretty cool. It's a bit busy. It's very busy, but like the fact that it's so busy and you can still kind of tell what's going on is kind of cool. It's very nostalgic, has that like very, like, I guess 2000s new metal vibes. It's nostalgic, but also really modern, and it's fucking cool. I want to say it's a credit where it's due. It's a fucking cool album. Counterparts, Heaven Let Them Die. Part of me wishes the background was black and the ornament kind of stood out a little bit more, like the little angel or whatever that is, because it's kind of hard to figure out what's going on from a distance. Like you can kind of make it out. I guess that makes it a little bit eerier because it's the same color, but I wish it was like just a different color background just to make the thing stand out a little bit more. I'll put this in B somewhere. I think it goes maybe around here-ish. I'll put it there. And then Relica's album is kind of cool, but again, it's so dark. It's very hard to fucking see. I know I'm looking at it from like a very zoomed out picture, but like it's quirky. It looks like one of those mines that you find under the sea, as if like you just regularly see them floating around when you're in the sea, but you know what I'm talking about. There, I guess, I don't know. And this one is The Browning, which honestly looks like something out of like SpongeBob AI. It's a bit of a childish cover, I'm not gonna lie. I think that goes in D besides Oral Eyes with another childish cover. From the fucking, I think there's about 67, 70 albums that we've done there. 156 Silence, People Watching is S. Knocked Loose, You Won't Go Before You're Supposed To is also S. And then obviously you can see our A's there. There is room to change some of these around for sure. Imminence, I'm looking at that, maybe could go higher. But I don't know what it is. I can't quite put my finger on it. I think it looks too like computer generated or something. Maybe I'm being harsh, but I will say that I'm happy enough with that. I'm happy with A and S. I think Alpha Wolves is better than this. I think Alpha Wolves is maybe better than Darko. I'm such a sucker for Pink, as you can see. There's a lot of like pink up here. Ronald's one is just, it's just annoying, you know? Like, I do like Falling in Reverse's music for the most part. I thought they brought out some really fun singles over the past couple of years. Just fuck off. And then the People Watching one, I think, is the best album artwork of the year. It's just so eerie, and the fact that it's like not in the very center of the image and it's like off center, it just looks, it's fucking eerie. Very obvious what it is. You look at it instantly and you're disturbed straight away. You know exactly what it is. But it also is like, you know, what emotion is he feeling? There's like so much emotion on the face, but also it's like no emotion whatsoever. So it's really, really cool. That is my list, brothers. Anyone who's watching on YouTube after the fact, let me know what we've missed, okay? Because I'm sure that's probably the majority of the main albums that we'll be checking out, or we have checked out over the year, and like anything that was relevant that I've seen pop up. But there's always going to be a few that maybe I missed, but there's just too many albums to cover. So let me know what you would have had in the comments. I'm signing out. Happy Christmas, Happy New Year. Cheers.